Brows are not just a beauty trend, they're actually a cultural marker. Let's talk about why thin brows came to be and why we moved away from them. Let's talk about the early days. From the 1920s until the 1930s, silent films were huge, so exaggerated facial expressions also mattered at that time. Stars like Clara Bow wore ultra thin, downward sloping brows to dramatize her emotions on camera. So ultra thin brows became linked with glamour and Hollywood mystique. Now let's talk about the shift from 1940 into the 1960s. Brows started to get a little bit fuller during this time, but they were still heavily sculpted. Think of people like Marilyn Monroe, Audrey Hepburn. The idea around that time was surrounded by polished femininity. Women were expected to be neatly put together at all times. So during this time, even though brows were still thin, a little bit of a fuller brow was seen as more feminine, more put together, more polished. And then the return of the skinny brow from the 1970s all the way through the 1990s and beyond. The 70s, especially for their punk and disco era, we've seen people being more rebellious, more of an edgier look, and it also came with thinner brows. The 90s and the 2000s, this is where we've seen the peak of thin brows. Think of people like Christina Aguilera or Paris Hilton. Overplucking during this time led many women to having long term damage to their eyebrows. And to this day, we still see plenty of people that tell us, oh, my brows are thin because I used to overpluck them when I was younger. And then we have the backlash from the 2010s all the way until current day. Social media plus influencers, such as Zendaya, brought back full, natural, bold brows. Beauty shifted to youthfulness, healthy, face framing versus sculpted and skinny. Treatments such as brow laminations, brow tints, micro shading, microblading emerged to help people that experience brow density loss from overplucking years ago. Whether your brows are bold, thin, or somewhere in between, the real trend, to me, will always be healthy brows that fit your face. If thin brows fit your face, that's what fits your face. If a fuller brow fits your face, that's what fits your face. One thing will never work for everybody.